Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So, I'm not going to tell you what kind of car I've gotten yet. I want you to guess. Listen. Hear that? You probably saw on my dash what kind of car it is, but if you guessed diesel truck, you're wrong. This is a BMW M235i Sports Coupe with only or less than 40,000 miles on it, which means it is barely broken in. Now you must be wondering why I am creating this little video, and that's because you guys asked about it, and two, I'm a little peeved. So I purchased the vehicle less than 24 hours ago. I picked my mom up from the hospital. We went down to South Florida because CarMax refused to deliver the vehicle up to Sanford for titling reasons, whatever kind of BS story they had. And I say BS story because now I don't believe anything they say. Start of my experience, I dealt with Terry, who is actually awesome. I can't blame her at all. She called down there. I had a list of questions about issues with the vehicle, if there's any scratches, scuffs, accidents, etc. They had explained that it had been in an accident, like a less than 15 mile an hour accident, and that the front end was hit, but there was no damage on it. She specifically asked them if there was any rock chips, scratches, etc. They responded no. All the way across the board. She actually had the screenshot to show me where they responded no to everything. They also said the car was safe. The car had been inspected. The car's not safe. The car couldn't have been inspected. The tires have extremely dangerous tread on them, which means very little. Mind you, this is a sports coupe, not a Honda Civic. And the fact that the salesman and everybody else thought it would be safe to do that is beyond me. I don't get it. That is a check engine light. Less than 24 hours later. Mind you, I have not driven this car hard at all. And I mean, not at all. My mom was with me when I went down there. She hates fast things, so we stayed at the speed limit or below. I had to go to work today, which is bumper to bumper in I-4 traffic. So I had nothing. I may have gotten it up to 65, 75 miles an hour real quick, not even floored, and still nothing. Then I get this beautiful drivetrain malfunction error. Not good. The car's in limp mode. It barely gets over 50 miles an hour without screaming. Now, it does say I can drive moderately, so that means at least I can get home. As you can see by the rev counter, it's staying above that, and then it'll raise up sometimes to like 1,200 and then drop down again. Don't know what the fault is, even though I've seen the fault codes. Can't really find anything on the Beamer sites. But this is aggravating. So between the tires on the rear of this vehicle that are dangerous, oh shit, as you can see the cars, it's like in and out, sputtering. I'm glad I caught that on video. To sell an unsafe car is, I mean, that's I don't know. I would say it's negligent. There's no way anybody that was a mechanic that knew what they were doing did their job. Check the spark plugs, check the coil packs, whatever the case may be. There's fault codes in the system that date back prior to me getting this vehicle, not far back. So, I'm sorry, not too much prior to me getting the vehicle, which means all they did was clear the codes out, or they thought they cleared the codes out, but they're actually still in the system. So we'll see what CarMax does. Oh, I don't recall if I said anything about the scratches on the front of the vehicle that they said could buff out, that can't. My body shop, the gentleman at Orlando Collision that I talked to, who I know from doing my other vehicles, said absolutely cannot buff out, and they're gonna have to repaint the whole front bumper. So I know I'm forgetting something else. Let's see, the rear tire is dangerous, the now check engine light after less than 24 hours, drivetrain malfunction. Oh, the AC only worked halfway yesterday. The blend doors would blow hot air on me, cold air on my mother. I could raise the temperature up on her side and it would go up and down fine. I raise it up on mine, it stayed the same temperature. I hit a bump and then it started working, which means the blend doors or the actuators got to be messed up. And I think for right this minute, other than they didn't detail the vehicle prior to me getting there either. That's about it. So we'll see how this goes, and I will keep you up to date.